What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sunday stock preview. My name's Jackson, here with Shakar. Before we get into the video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell too, because some of these videos are time sensitive. So stick around till the end of the video. We have 4 stocks that you guys want to watch for this upcoming week. All right, but before we start, let's get a little review. So crypto. Shakar, go ahead and tell us what's going on with Ethereum.
So Ethereum recently hit, above a little bit above 2,000, but it retraced quickly, and now it's sitting at $1,880. But right now we're in a rising wedge pattern, and what the key price that you guys want to look at is that if it truly does break above $2,000, that's the sign that it's ready to move forward and make its way to 2.5K. However, if it gets below 1.8 thousand, like $1,800, then that's when you want to, I believe, sell, and then rebuy once it's at like 1.5 or 1.6. When it yeah.
Okay, perfect. So just to reiterate what Shakar said, be careful and be on the lookout for that $1,800 strike price. If it falls below, consider selling. Okay, moving on. Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin? Do you have any information on how Tesla's investments have been so far?
Yeah, I mean, I believe I saw they're already like $1 billion, I think, in profit, which is more than their car sales, which is like revenue from their car sales in like a year or so. So that's kind of crazy. I'm really waiting for other institutions to jump in, but today on Sunday, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of $58,300 or something like that. Again, right now it's a little bit down. It's at like 56, but expect it to hit $60,000 in a couple days for sure. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, Tesla, I mean, their investment, their ROI on Bitcoin is
Yeah.
turning out to be really good, but their stock is down. And from my research, I've learned that I believe their stock is down because there's been an unusual uptick of customer complaints against Tesla's quality issues, which is a quote from Forbes, and they are quoting a Chinese regulator. So that's interesting. I like to see how that will play out. Obviously, China is Tesla's biggest country for sales. So I think Tesla controls a lot of the EV market, which is kind of segueing into our next topic. I believe that's why NEO has been trading sideways, if not trading down a little bit. But any other information on that, Shakar?
Nothing really. I mean, I know like Thursday and Wednesday last week, the EV sector went down a lot, so a little rough, but hold on, it's definitely gonna be worth it. I guess also a great price point for Neo. I think if it ever hits, it is $50. If you ever see Neo at $50, I would definitely buy that.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And another Neo news is that they have their 2020 Q4 earnings are being released March 1st, which I
Mhm.
believe will be a positive catalyst. I know their January sales were up, and I expect their February sales to also be up. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And like Shakar said, a $50 price point, even higher. I mean, right now it's at 55. Anywhere between 50 and 55 is a great time to buy in, because I believe after uh, their earnings, it will be above 60.
Yeah, I mean I think for the past month or 2 months, Neo really hasn't had any news. I think this catalyst right here on March 1st will catapult it to even more than 60. I think it could easily hit 70 or $80 in within a couple of weeks if the catalyst, if the earnings are good enough, which I think they will be. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Okay, so back to crypto really quickly. I'd like to get your price predictions, your updated price predictions on Ethereum, ending the month February, and then maybe a price prediction ending the month next month in March.
Well, I here's the thing. I think there's definitely been some price manipulation in Ethereum because it shouldn't be trading this low. We saw the same thing that happened with Bitcoin when it was at around like $30,000. You have the F2 mining pools. They've been selling and dumping a lot of their coins. So all these miners are, working together with, selling at the same time. So I feel like that's happening with Ethereum. But anyway, it should be at around $3,000 by the end of March or mid-March. It should be around there, 3,000. Yeah.
Wow, I like that price prediction. That's almost, what, 80% increase?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and then Bitcoin. It's trading at just above, I think, 56,000 right now. What do you see it, what do you think it's going to be at the end of this month and at the end of next month?
I think by the end of this month it's going to be 60,000. And I definitely see it hitting 100K in April. So, yeah.
Okay.
Around April, mid-April or April, 100,000.
So in the next couple of months,
yeah,
we should see,
2 to 3 months for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we've already touched on NEO. Let's go into our stocks to watch for this week. First up, we have CCIV, Churchill Capital. They're very close to finalizing a deal with Lucid Motors. Obviously, Lucid Motors was founded by a former top engineer at Tesla. I think there's a lot of potential in this stock. I think a lot of people want to get in before Lucid Motors is actually traded public. Shakar, what's your input on CCIV?
So my strategy for trading the stock would be like this. I would, first of all, I'm already bought in, in the mid-20s, but right now what I would do is the day that they announce the deal, I would wait, I would sell it on that day, right? And then I would let it cool off for a little bit, because what's going to happen is when they announce the merger, it's going to pop, and then probably by the next day it's going to cool off a little bit, and then it's going to, kind of like flatline and stay, kind of cool down for a couple of months until the merger actually does play out. And then when the merger becomes, official, like when the ticker symbol changes and all that, and, they actually merge, that's when you're going to have those runs up, and that's when you want to buy in. So I would sell on the day that they announce it, and then buy it back in a couple months, like a month or two before the merger actually does take place.
Okay, great. So tomorrow, market open would be a good time to buy for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so moving on, another SPAC company. We have FRX, Forest Road Acquisition, and obviously they are doing a tri-SPAC deal, I believe, with Beachbody and Mixed Fitness. I believe those are competitors to Peloton. But what makes this so special is their management. They have 3 former Disney executives. They have a former top executive from TikTok. They have Shaquille O'Neal. They have LeBron. Shakar, what else do you have to add to FRX?
Right now I think it's at like 15.75. I think you should. It's one of those stocks that probably just want to buy, ASAP and hold it for a while until it gets more hype and more traction. Because this is a very, let's just say, a very intriguing stock. I'm very intrigued by it, and especially like you said, all the executives on the board. It's a must. Add money. Play. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the people, the few who have heard about this, they're coining it the Shaq SPAC, and I agree. Once it starts to gain some traction and gain some publicity, I think this will definitely shoot up. All right, next we have Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. What's going on with PLTR, Shakar?
So what happened is that I believe last week they had their earnings, and unfortunately, they didn't meet the expectations. So the stock fell all the way down to $25. And the good news is that the following day, ARK Invest, Kathy Wood and her team, they actually picked up a good amount of shares of Palantir. At that $25 range, and then on Friday it went up 15%, and right now it's at almost $30. I think it's still a buy, and this is a very, very solid company. It's very controversial because of their political ideas, and a lot of people like to short this stock, but this is definitely a $50 stock. So buy it, and in a couple months it should be around $50 for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. And then circling back, we will end on this. Circling back to crypto, we have a stock that trades alongside or follows Bitcoin, which is a Marathon Patent Group, ticker MARA. Shakar, what do you think? What's going on with Mara?
So Mara, yeah, it's a mining company, and they actually like last month I believe bought $150 million worth of like actual Bitcoin, which was like their first Bitcoin purchase, because usually they're just mining it. But basically, this is a stock that you definitely want to own, because I definitely seeing as I see Bitcoin hitting, like I said, $100,000 in the next 2 to 3 months. I also see the stock hitting $60, $70 in the next 2 to 3 months, easily. So it's a great stock to own. I would definitely buy it, or maybe just like wait for dips. It really just goes up and down, up and down. But it's definitely a stock that you want to own, for sure. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, that wraps up our video. Do me a favor and subscribe, hit that like button, and comment what you liked or what you'd like to see. Thank you. We will see you later this week, if not next Sunday.